Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Friday edition of the Sport Orbit, the one we call weekend editions of the Sport Orbit. Please, we sincerely apologize for coming behind schedule due to some circumstances beyond our control. But however, we assure you that you are not going to miss anything as we are ready to give you all the need, all you are supposed to be served. We have the program loaded with a whole lot of package and story. Currently, the Fly Eagles of Nigeria are logging on with their Tunisia's counterpart in the third place match of the ongoing African Youth Championship. The match is currently second. They are in the second half of the encounter as currently going on. And the Fly Eagles of Nigeria, who have struggled to score goal all this while since the start of the competition, have suddenly found their goal scoring bearings, currently leading with 3-0 against their Tunisia's counterpart. Mohamed opened the scoring in the 9th minute before Adelaide doubled the lead in the second 2 minutes into the second half, and Jude added the third goal just about 3 minutes away from now. Because the Flying Eagles, if you recall, the Flying Eagles since the start of the competition have been struggling to score a goal, and all the critics has been why the Ladam Bosu, who were firing from all cylinders during the WAFU competitions, have suddenly found difficult to score a goal in the ongoing African Championship. From the start of the competition, in their first opening match, the team stronger against their Tunisia's counterpart lost their opening match 1-0 to Senegal. In the second match against the host, they managed to score just a one goal against Egypt, and then in the second match against Mozambique in their last group match against the Mozambique, despite creating several chances, they only managed to put two behind the net. In the quarterfinal match, the Ladambosu's side also failed to score a goal at its only courtesy of the own going by Uganda players that progressed them to the semi-final of the competition. And just on Monday in the semi-final match, the Ladambosu side also failed to score a goal despite creating several chances. But as they were out by the just early goals scored by the Gambian, and it automatically eliminate them from the final of the competition. But currently in the third place match, which people regard as not too important. But however, all of a sudden, the Ladambosu side have discovered their goal scoring bearing, and now they are currently leading their Tunisia's counterpart by 3-0 to nothing. Well, the players of the moment, the Victor Semi, there's no any day pass behind without being talking about him, because he is currently on the good form, and all the clubs in Europe are tracking him to have him in their book. We heard that the Paris Saint-Germain, the French league side, called a secret meeting with his agent with the possibility of having Victor Osimhen moving from Napoli to Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. If you recall, Victor Osimhen are currently being tried by several European clubs, including Chelsea, Manchester United, even Real Madrid, Liverpool, Arsenal, named them. Tottenham, we even heard, have also joined the race. But however, we heard that the agent of the Nigerian international hold a secret meeting with PSG last night, and with the possibility of having him to move to Paris Saint-Germain, and where he will be likely to team up with the like of Nkran Papi and Messi, and then as well as Neymar. The PSG are looking for a center forward to strengthen their squad ahead of next season. If you recall, the PSG, despite all investing, several players despite their star student, crash out of the Champions League on Wednesday, losing their round of 16 match to Bayern Munich 3-0 aggregate. Well, still talking about the home scene, the River United of Nigeria, the Nigerian League champion, make good do of their promise yesterday as they thrashed the Motema Pembe of the Congo 3-1 to possibly grant their chances of progressing to the quarterfinal of the African Youth African Confederation Cup, CAF Confederation Cup. The victory gives the Nigerian side 9 points from 4 matches played so far, and now currently topping the group ahead of second place Asec Mimosa of Cote d'Ivoire. And with that, Nigerian team are hoping that if they can get a draw in their last possibly a draw from any of their last 2 matches, that will definitely progress them to the quarterfinal of the competition. The Ghanaian side, the Ghanaian player, the Ghanaian import player scored all the 3 goals for the River United yesterday at the Gosuso Akpabio International in Uyo. Well, still talking about from the Nigerian side, the Nigerian handball team under 18 yesterday began their campaign on a brighter note in the ongoing International Handball Federation's competitions in Costa Rica, as they defeated Central African side Nicaragua for 46 to 30 in their first opening match to open their campaign on the brighter note. The Chukwuemeka led the media officer of the Handball Federation of Nigeria in the statement said that the team started the match with a lot of zeal, which ensured that they had over 81% near shot efficiency from the players like Tahiro Ahmed Lawal and Olawale. They comfortably won the first half 19 points to 9, and the second half wasn't a stroll in the park as in the park just for Nigeria as the Central African side came out smoking to turn the tide against the Nigerian side. But however, the Nigeria team ensured their supremacy and they having an efficient shot of 7 among other improvement to end their first victory at the ongoing championship. With that, we wish the Nigeria team a successful campaign as they continue in their ongoing tournament. Still talking about from the foreign scene, the International Player Union have came out strong to kick against any foreign move to have a Winter World Cup. If you recall, the last World Cup was held for the first time. We have a World Cup swing from the traditional summer period to a winter in Qatar. And however, the World Football Union, FIFPro, has not been too comfortable with that arrangement. Even several players, several organizations all equally kick against that competition. But however, FIFA went ahead to have that tournament held in Qatar in the winter period. And a lot of people are complaining that having that competitions in the middle of the season have had a different toll, a tough toll on several players. A good example is the France International Football currently, which is international competition, and the people have told us that no, all the players have now taken against any move to have another Winter World Cup in near future or in the future. Well, still talking about from the foreign scene, the Real Madrid, the Spanish giants are currently trying to track Haaland, the Manchester United goal scoring machine, Haaland, to join them in the next summer. However, we hope how that will go down well with Pep Guardiola, who have seen Haaland as his mass weapon of destruction. Haaland has been instrumental to Man City campaign this season so far, scoring 27 goals so far in the competition. But Real Madrid are trying to attempt if they can possibly ground the Norway's international to join them at the Bernabeu. At the Bernabeu, the forward already has 24 Premier League goals so far this season, and while he has found the back of the net on 5 occasions on 5 appearances in the Champions League, Real Madrid believe that there is a chance for a summer deal for Haaland if the reigning Spanish and European champions are seriously consider an audacious approach. Well, there's always a saying that leopard can never change its color. It's always remained black. And yesterday, where the Portuguese legend Cristiano Ronaldo actually demonstrated his tradition of trying to his anger when he stormed out of the pitch after suffering his first defeat with Al Sadd in the Saudi Arabian League. Cristiano kicked the water bottle in anger as he walked off the pitch following Al Sadd 1-0 defeat to Odio Igalo side El Ittihad, and that the victory and Odio Igalo side to top the table ahead of Al Sadd as they have after 20 games so far. Ronaldo, who had played entire matches but had just had one shot on the target, shows that the Portuguese captain kicked the water bottle on the touchline as he left the pitch with anger and with anger with his teammates. Ronaldo, but however, after storming out of the pitch, Ronaldo went ahead to wrote on his on Instagram and say that, well, I wrote on Instagram and said that I'm disappointed with the result, but we stay focused on our season and the game ahead. Thank you, Arsenal fans, for your support, and we know we count on you. We count on you all the time. The former Real Madrid forward who was named Saudi Arabia League Player of the Month for month of February for his match-winning performance for Ansari has not found the back of the net for in the last two games. The five-time Ballon d'Or winners has scored 8 goals since moving to Saudi Arabia, but however, in the last 2 matches has found it difficult to score with the back of the net. And after suffering his first defeat in the Saudi Arabia League yesterday, it did not go down well with him as he had to storm off the pitch and then he was kicking the water bottle on the structure as he walked out of the pitch. Well, still talking about Europe. Yesterday was what we call Europa League matches, the one we normally call Thursday football, and Manchester United struck off their disappointing 5-7-0 whitewash to Liverpool to beat Real Betis of Spain 4-1 yesterday in the round of 16 Europa League clash, in the first leg of the round of 16 Europa League clash. The victory has given the Red Devil opportunity, hope that they may likely progress to the quarterfinal of the Europa League. I don't even my producer have the result of the other Europa League matches played yesterday. Bayer Leverkusen also beat Ferencváros 2-0, while Romas was 2-0 victorious against Real Sociedad, while Sport CSP and Arsenal played a 2-2 draw. Union Berlin in the Union battle play 3-3 with the Union St. Toulouse, while Juventus were 1-0 victory against Freiburg. Manchester United, as I told you earlier, beat Real Betis 4-1, while Sevilla were 2-0 victory against Fenerbahce. Shakhtar Donetsk and Feyenoord ended their ties 1-1, but ended their tie 1-1, and with that's how the Thursday football Europa League ended yesterday. Still talking in Europe. This afternoon this weekend there will be a match water record clashes in the English Premier League as Arsenal, the table topper, will attempt to extend their lead or probably maintain their position in the English when they travel to Fulham, while Liverpool will intensify their chase for a top four position, backing on their basking in euphoria of their 7-0 whitewashing of the Real Madrid as last Sunday when they traveled to Crystal. Last Sunday. If the producer, I don't know if you have the fixtures of this weekend matches from the English Premier League, please just let me share the picture. Let's have the fixture of the fixture of the Premier League, please. Okay, like I told you earlier, and the Premier League, Liverpool will take on Brighton. Liverpool will take on. Okay, Liverpool will take on Bournemouth. Everton will take on Brentford. Tottenham and Northern Forest will square up. Leeds United will host Brighton, while Leicester City will host Manchester United. Crystal Palace versus Man City, and as I told you earlier, Arsenal versus Fulham. These are the weekend editions of the Premier League. Arsenal will attempt to maintain their lead on the top of the table, while Manchester City will hope to mountain the pressures on the Mikel Arteta side when they also host Crystal Palace if they win against the Crystal Palace tomorrow, while Liverpool in attempt to strengthen their chest for a top 4 position will take on Bournemouth, and Chelsea who appear to have discovered their form after winning their last 2 matches, beat United 1-0, and then in the Champions League demonstrated what Chelsea used to be by beating Borussia Dortmund 2-0, and which automatically qualified them for the quarterfinal of the Champions League. Will now hope to maintain their new form when they travel to Leicester to take on Leicester to confront Iheanacho and his teammate at Leicester City Stadium. That is the most we can give. That is the weekend fixtures for this weekend. Please enjoy yourself as you approach the weekend. That is the most we can think of. Take on today's edition of the Sport Orbit. I remain yours sincerely, Salif Usman.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.